Day 63. Happiness can make a person smile, but sadness can break a person's spirit. Proverbs 15:13, the NCV version. Then she's got a definition. Happiness, willingness. So happiness is characterized by cheerfulness and willingness. So, cheerfulness, that's something that you really, really think about. My previous pastor, he gave a message on this once, and it really spoke to my heart because I was going through a time of not my usual cheery self. And the message that he shared was that you can experience joy every day because you choose to do it, not because you want to live by the life's experiences of what's happening in your life. The weather's yucky, so I don't want to feel good. My family is in financial turmoil, and so I'm just going to be grumpy and upset. There's so many things, right? My family member is severely sick, so I'm going to be miserable. You can choose to be miserable, or you can choose to live in God's joy. And it's really up to you and what you decide to choose. And gosh, that just spoke to me leaps and bounds, because I'm one of those people that you can tell what's going on this face. You can tell if I'm happy or if I'm grumpy or if I'm focused or if I'm excited or even if I'm not honest. You can tell. When I was a young kid, I tried to lie to my mom a couple of times. She caught me every single time. I was a terrible liar, so I just gave it up. When I was in high school, I tried to be cool and I tried to play it off like I knew everything. I got busted by that too. So I just gave up on lying altogether. Like, you just know. Lori's real. Here it is. I'm not going to pretend that I'm one thing or another. I'm just who I am. And some of you adore me and some of you don't. And some of you think I'm pretty cool and some of you don't. And that's all good for me. But I do choose every day. Every day I choose to get up and be happy and not allow my circumstances to control what I believe or how I feel. I'm not going to let the weather or my family decide if I'm going to experience joy today or not. I'm not going to let the circumstances of my life, I've had some really bad circumstances, and I've had some really not so bad circumstances. And I see where my stress takes me like, whoo, way out there. And then I have to bring myself back in, and I'm thankful for when God surrounds me with beautiful people who say, Lori, what's going on? What are you focused on? Because what you focus on really expands. It truly does. So focus on being joyful, happy, cheerful. Because guess what? Her daily step says, make the decision that today is a great one and that you are going to enjoy all the adventure of it. And then in parentheses, she says, don't forget to smile. Remember, the rest of us are looking at your face. Just to touch on that, I have my husband's permission to share the story. But that happened to him while we were in New Orleans on vacation earlier this year, and still praying for all the families that are going through everything that they are in Louisiana. But I just want you to know that while we were there, this man who was homeless, that lived in the outskirts of town, he came up to my husband and he said, are you on vacation? And my husband said, yes, I am. And he said, you're on vacation with this beautiful woman? And he said, I sure am. And he said, then why don't you look happier? Such a thing to think about. Your face reflects what's going on inside. So how do we make your face look the same as inside? How do we bring the joy out from you? That's for me to help my husband, and it is for you as well to get out there and just be right with God and reflect His beautiful joy, because He's so amazing. And don't forget, other people are looking at your face. So smile when they look at you. Be blessed today, ladies, and go out there and bless someone else.